Let's talk a little bit now about Latin America, because they've also had a really interesting Olympic Games. Let's cross live now to Laura Garcia from BBC Mundo. Laura, it's so good to talk to you. Let me talk to you first of all about Peru. We had some medal here in the dinghy, I think, and it's a first for Peru. Tell me more.
It's a first in many ways, and a medal that they've been waiting for 32 years. So the last time that a Peruvian athlete won a medal was in 1992 in Barcelona in the skeet shooting. And up until this time, they have been to the Olympics and have not got a medal. And this time, it was Stefano Peixeira in the men's dinghy. He won bronze. It's not his first Olympics. He's been to Rio, he went to Tokyo, and he's been improving his times. And this time around, it was a bronze and a very enormous celebration for the country. They had a couple of other medal prospects in the women's race walking. For example, Kimberly Garcia had won a couple of world championships. They had 3 surfers in Tahiti, that other Olympics that is happening that happened a continent away. And Alonso Correa almost got a bronze medal there, but it wasn't until Stefano and the sailing that Peru could celebrate his first medal. And the sweetest thing that I've been learning about him is that he competes with a picture of his grandparents in his life vest, because it's from his granddad that he learned to love sailing, and it was his inspiration, and he carries that with him whenever he competes.
I love those stories, Laura. I love the stories where they get inspiration. People get inspiration from all different elements of their lives. Let's talk a little bit about a couple of weightlifting sisters. This sounds interesting. Tell me more.
So they get their inspiration from each other, talking about family being in for inspiration. So this is 23-year-old Angie Palacios and her sister, who's 26, Nacy Dahomes, who are powerlifting stars. And Nacy's been to 3 Olympics. This is her 3rd Olympics. For Angie, it's her 2nd. But you can completely see how it's changed the weightlifting sport in Ecuador. Nacy claimed a historic gold in Tokyo, and you might remember those pictures of her like letting out a scream because she just realized she got the gold medal. I got a chance to watch her compete yesterday when she won bronze. They are now, both sisters, bronze medalists. Nacy particularly has had a very difficult time getting to these Olympics, a bunch of injuries. She didn't think she was going to qualify. And it was Angie who wouldn't let her quit, who kept pushing her on, who kept inspiring her. And now here they are, both of them in Paris, both of them with a bronze medal, and both of them inspiring a new generation of athletes in Ecuador. And that arena yesterday was absolutely covered in Ecuadorian flags. I have not seen a concentration of Ecuadorian flags in all of the events that I've been covering, and the energy
That's brilliant.
was palpable.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Laura. Let's ask you one more thing, and this is a story that you covered about a retirement home in Paris. Tell me more.
So this retirement home is literally about 3 meters away from the secondary exit and entry to the Olympic Village. And the director is a lady called Fatima Saru, and she loves the Olympics. She watches the sport. She thought it'd be a brilliant opportunity to get her residents into the Olympic spirit. So they made flags and some banners and put them outside. And then the residents of the home started to sit outside in the shade, as they do, to get some fresh air. And they realized that they were on that entryway. And if that sat there all day, and they could call out to the athletes and bring them in to take pictures with them and autographs and pins. So now that's what they do. They've been doing that for the whole time of the Olympics. And the 5 women that I got an opportunity to talk to compete for pins and autographs.
Amazing. Competing for pins. I want to compete for pins as well. I've got a little collection, but my producers, Grace and Ellen, they have a much bigger one than me, so I'm going to start having to steal a few off them. The Olympic pin thing is something I've just discovered this year. Laura, lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Laura Garcia there from BBC Mundo, bringing us up to date with a few interesting stories, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Interesting stories that you may not have thought about at the Olympics.